Oh, unlucky people, it's poem time. Although before that, I want to tell you what I was thinking about earlier. I was thinking, what would happen if the colour purple didn't exist? You know, what if instead of purple, red and blue made brown? My walls would look like they were covered in shit. It'd be horrible. Anyway, here's my poem. It's nothing to do with shit. It's called Electrickery. I read this week in Belgium a new energy storage facility opens. Here, though, the story is very different. A system clearly broken. In this country, it seems, renewable producers get paid to switch them off, which has cost consumers £1 billion, not a figure at which to scoff. So, why aren't they building these storage facilities here? It's not that simple. You can't put it in bottles like beer. According to what the experts say, electricity cannot be stored. But in Belgium, it seems, it can. This surely can't be ignored. I understand it cost investors 30 million to construct. Companies, not governments, so paying to switch off proper sucks. It can store 100 megawatts per hour. Imagine what you could do with all that stored up renewable power. We could have many of these spread around for all our energy needs, but that would never go down with all the oil and gas companies' greed. I mean, we could get all our power from solar and wind and wave, but politicians kowtow to fossil fuel lobbyists. None of them are brave. There were 636 of these corporate beasts in Egypt at COP27 recently, an event that would never even have been needed if we treated our planet decently. But hey-ho, we are humans and treat our world like shit, like a virus in shoes, continuing to destroy it by ever increasing bits. But back to this electricity that our experts say can't be stored, except it seems in Belgium. So their knowledge is blatantly flawed. Tesla have been building these facilities worldwide. Because that is a fact, the experts surely must have lied. We need to look at this differently. Confine fossil fuels to history. It cost £3.8 billion to build a gigafactory. 100 of these could power the world, was a recent calculation. Instead of 37 billion for a broken app, that could have been a tenth of world power salvation. Governments wasting our money like that, they are obviously not fit for purpose, but they like their lopsided economy. It's only there to usurp us. The time is ripe for change, though, and change is needed soon, not some farcical targets that's like howling at the moon. Whenever they have a cop-out, previous targets they try to alter, they always make such grand promises up, knowing they will only falter. The £1 billion I mentioned was only the past 5 years, paid for via our energy bills. You won't be surprised to hear. Yet the gas and oil producers make billions in a couple of months. You and I, the consumer, must be thought of by them as chumps. The cost of living crisis is now being blamed on workers on strike. If things were the same as history, they'd be lots of their heads on spikes. But workers aren't actually the ones to blame. It's governments worldwide. Everyone the same. They seem to want to rule with only a personal agenda. Times like this, I really miss when I still lived in my bender.